guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Monday afternoon. I am on my way to babysit. I was not supposed to babysit today. Jill had arranged her schedule so that she could be home by 2:30, but something came up and she had to add in another patient late, so she's not going to be there to take care of the children after school. But that's okay. I'm not doing anything today but cleaning. Y'all, my apartment is sparkling. It looks like Mr. Clean has been spending the night with me. Oh, goodness. Wouldn't it be nice to have a Mr. Clean to come in and just clean and spend the whole day cleaning and leaving your apartment all nice and sparkling? I don't think I've driven my car since, I don't know, Jill was off last week, so I didn't do any babysitting. I don't think I've driven my car since before the time change, because it said 3 o'clock when I got in it instead of 2. It's okay, it needed a rest. Poor car. It's a good one. I'm proud to have it and proud that it's paid for. Anyway, I just wanted to talk to y'all about something that occurred to me today. When I was blow drying my hair, I bought my old Conair stopped working. I must have had it at least 20 years. And it was a good one. I probably paid 20 or 25 for it, years ago. So I just grabbed a cheap one. It's a Conair, but it's a real cheap one. The plastic is cheap. Everything about it is cheap. It was only $10 at Family Dollars where I picked it up. So I guess it doesn't have enough wire over the heating element, or it's not closed in enough. So my hair gets in it and it burns, and I can smell that protein burning. Of course, I get all nostalgic every time I smell protein. I think about when I used to cut the grass when I was growing up in South Mississippi. We had to get out there, and we were always delayed trying to cut the darn grass because we couldn't get the old pull handle lawnmower to crank. Those lawnmowers, they had the Briggs and Stratton motors on them. And they were good motors. The lawnmowers lasted forever, but I think they had spark plugs or something in them. And if it wasn't pulled right and it didn't spark right, then the lawnmower didn't start. But I do remember, it would be so hot, and it was a big yard, Peter, but there are some videos of when I went to visit my family, and I took some pictures of the home, and the big front yard is still there. Mom and Daddy had a circular driveway. I just remember it seemed like it took 3 hours to cut that half circle of grass. And then, of course, we had the size of the house, and then the backyard was really big, too. Daddy had it fenced off from the 20 acres of pasture. But I think the house was situated on, I'd say at least 2 or 3 acres. And we'd always run over those fire ant beds and then get eat up by those piss ants. They're fire ants until they start eating you up, and then we changed the name to piss ants. Oh, they were nasty. Those are red ants. They'd make these huge ant hills too. I'm sure they still do, but since I don't live out in the country anymore, I'm very seldom in contact with ant hills anymore. And another thing that the smell of protein is when I was in the band, and I had a boyfriend that played football in high school. The cheerleaders and the girlfriends and all the band members, that the girls in the band that had a boyfriend, we would all run to the football field and walk them off the field at the end of the game. And they always smell like protein. I mean, those football uniforms would have the grass stains on them. And so anyway, I was just wanted to talk about that and let y'all know what I was thinking about today when I was blow drying my hair. I wish I had not bought such a cheap dryer, because it's like every time I dry my hair now, I have these same thoughts that creep up in my mind. But I'm happy. I'm glad that I have hair to blow dry. A lot of people don't, and there's nothing wrong with that either. You just do with what you've got. My hair falls out a lot, especially if my thyroid gets out of whack. That's the first thing to go, is my hair and my muscles. I think my hair starts falling out first, and then my muscles get very weak, and then everything else goes out of whack. But I think I'm finally getting back on track. I'm getting my energy back, and I've just been lollygagging around and taking my time doing all of this cleaning. It's like when I clean one thing, it leads to another, and then another. Okay, so I was cleaning my stovetop, and they didn't fill in the crack. I don't know if that's normal to fill in a crack between the stove and the countertop, but there's a little tiny crack. So I took a knife and wrapped it up in an old dish rag, and then I wet the dish rag with Clorox, and I got down in there and dug all on each side of that and got out all the little crumbs of food and everything that have fallen in between the stove and the countertop. And then I pulled out the drawer, the warming drawer underneath the oven. I cleaned the oven. It's self-cleaning, so I had cleaned it, then I just had to wipe it out and scrub the oven door. So I took the bottom out. I have all my baking pans down there. Of course, I wanted to wash them and everything. So I took that drawer out and washed it. I put it in the shower, y'all, and gave it a good scrubbing. I have that wand thing, the shower wand thing, so that helps whenever I'm cleaning. Like the trays or the drawers in my refrigerator and everything, I can clean them in the bathtub. So I took the drawer out and I put a rag on a long stick. I vacuumed under it, and then I took the rag and mopped it and cleaned it all really, really good. But when I'm sitting in my recliner chair, I can see the little, like underneath the roller of the warming door on the right side and left side, I could still see little specks of food particles or crumbs or whatever. So I got down there with a toothbrush and some Clorox, and I just scrubbed all around there, and now it is just sparkling and immaculate. But what should have been an hour's job turned into a whole afternoon, all the scrubbing. Then I removed the little vent that goes over the fan in the hood, and then I saw that the fan blades were dirty. Well, I couldn't get up. It's a little tiny fan, and I couldn't get up there with just a rag and wash it. So I got my old toothbrush out and dipped it in some vinegar and Dawn to cut that grease off of the little fan. So I got up there with the little toothbrush and scrubbed those little fan blades, and I took the vent cover and soaked it and got it all clean. And like I said, it's just been one thing after another, but my apartment is nice and clean, and I've enjoyed doing it. I'm thankful and blessed to be healthy right now and not be suffering with bronchitis or anything. So I'm going to be at Jill's soon. I will get my grandson off the bus, and then we will go pick up the baby from preschool. So I hope y'all are doing fine. I just wanted to give you a little update on my shorts. The chicken cacciatore that I did, I actually talked in it, and it was about a minute and a half, the original video. And so starting in February, YouTube is going to start running ads in between the shorts. You know, when the feed goes through and the shorts, they're going to start running ads. So we will start getting some AdSense revenue from shorts. So I'm practicing and trying to learn how to make them. And I want to thank y'all so much for your patience and understanding, and for watching them and giving me a thumbs up, and for commenting on them. Like I said, I'm still experimenting. So the chicken cacciatore that I made, the original video, I was talking in it. You know, I told how I made it, and, you know, how I browned the chicken and put in my vegetables and everything. And so I was trying to, YouTube has their library where we can choose music that's not copyrighted. So I picked out a song for it, and then I asked YouTube to upload the song to the video. But I wanted my talking to stay in the video. And I made sure I turned the volume down on the music that I was adding so it wouldn't be too loud and drown out my voice. So it takes a couple of hours for that transition to take effect. So I saw where the video popped up with the music on it, and I listened to it, and there was no talking in it. So I have to learn how to add the music in the background and still have my voice talking. I may upload that longer version that I was talking in, and if y'all do, if you don't want to watch it again, don't worry about it. But it's so good to hear from all of you. Thank you, Thrifty Grandma, for running my playlist. It makes a big difference. My views are still up, even though I've not been making that many videos. And just thank you so much, y'all. So please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and share it if you know of anybody that you think would like my content. And if you're new here, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. You will be loved and accepted here. And I read and respond to each and every comment. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys.